Hey everybody, welcome back to the Velvet Room. You may notice some fuck up there. Sorry about that. Anyway, now I'm going to choose to just time to return and get some new Persona going here. Namely, I start off by returning Radamonthus and all of them because now I really don't have a use for them anymore at this point. I'm just wasting my time.
Yeah.
And my stock.
Also, do you believe this is the last time we're going to be in the Velvet Room?
At least that you guys see.
Yeah, because there is one particular Persona that you do want to make before.
Absolutely. And I used today to make them. Burning a hole in my pocket has been that damn chess piece I've had from the casino. Bishamonten. That's Palace Athena, by the way. Palace Athena is level 74 in this game. She's really good. Eternal Punishment fucks up her summoning conditions.
How so?
In Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, there are 4 Persona in the game that you could normally get through this just by using the tarot cards. Persona Eternal Punishment decides to fuck things up a bit by making them mutation Persona. Palace Athena is one of them. There's a Persona you make beforehand that has either that has to mutate, and there's an 87% chance it'll go Minor Arcana, 12.5 for Athena. So, you know, fuck me on that one. Anyway, we're dishing out a lot of justice cards for this.
I don't think you have enough justice.
You can never have enough justice, asshole. Justice, thy name is Chin. Bless me, Kazuma Koneko. Yeah, that's actually who he is, too, by the way. That's the artist of the franchise. As a cameo, but I love it. See ya. Igor is not based off any worker in the Velvet Room. He's just Igor. Unique. I grinded off screen for the General's piece because, like, Kyle's going to subject Johnny to my gambling.
You did head to the casino.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
I upped the... I throw in a dexterity card in this fusion because otherwise his magic stat is pitifully bad. But he comes armed to the teeth with fire magic, swords, almighty, and eternal punishment. I'm jumping ahead here when I make him again in that game. I'm giving him wind magic, but for right now, it's just I'm pretty good with what he's got here, especially the Taru Kaja. What do you call him?
Never forget the Persona 1 call.
All right. Namagu Samaru Buranan. Huh? Sorry. I'll be Shaman. I'll bring your victory.
I'll be Shaman. I fuck shit up.
Yeah, pretty much. Bishamonten Shitwrecker. He's my ace against the final boss.
Shitwrecker.
Exactly.
It's this college football name.
Actually, no.
Here comes Shitwrecker on the down the line. First down.
That's pretty much an upgrade for me for Apollo in a way. Even though Tetsuya's not like the best with Justice Arcana, he's good enough. So I don't give a shit otherwise.
So who gets Bishamonten?
That's it. I missed the stats from Apollo from all the mutations, but I make do.
Justice Persona.
Justice Plan and movie trats. Sweet Medea-Rama card. By the way, there is a Meteora-Han in the game, but in the 2 duology, Meteora-Han's usually such a pain in the ass to get by card, so you're faster just like going with Meteora-Rama, especially in Instance Sin. When your HP doesn't really get high enough or they do enough damage to warrant it. Bet your ass if they hit harder in this game, I would have been all over the If they hit any harder in the game, I would have been going after Meteora-Han cards. The fastest way I could think of to get one off the top of my head is returning one of the Fortune Persona. I think it's the level 66 one.
Yeah.
So it's time for Muluk. I'm convinced they all have significant naming in Mayan and Incan mythology, like the names of the rooms, like Muluk and whatever, but I just don't know what they are.
One of these days, a name is just going to be a name with no significance whatsoever.
That's sad. Words have significance.
Oh, of course. But was it the intention is the other thing? Or was it just a coincidence? That's what I like to think about.
Uh-oh. Who's trying to get kicked in the balls today? Why would you like to tell us the pattern? No.
Well, rumor has it that it's a straight line.
And I got called downstairs.
Yeah, Matt's thinking about the pattern to it as well. Doing the same pose as my... Oh, jeez, I am flabbergasted as well.
Sabrina?
There we go.
Thank you.
I gotta say, it's really hard to catch those when I better do those parts because there are no sound effects unless something happens. It's just a music track. And when I'm editing these parts together, I scrub through all the text. And unless I see a particular portrait or scripted dialogue linger for like 30 seconds, I was like, man, I probably got to take a shit again.
That's the worst part, too. It's so hard to... Because you can't just shut down what you're doing in the middle of everything.
No.
Our thoughts are becoming reality. Yeah, like...
You just figured that out now? This entire game, we're talking about how rumors...
No. In Zababa, they didn't think it was actually flying so fast here. There was a traps that incident with the healing spring. And then we found the pedophile burned alive because Lisa wanted him dead. Damn right. And Yukichi tries to manipulate Jababa's fame for his own. And so does Lisa.
Why, stop that.
Do you like me now? No. What do you think, Mr. Zippo?
Oh, man, you're a poonhound.
As a friend. Damn you!
Friend zone. God damn.
Silly law. Which I'm pretty sure means fuck. So basically, Maya has the idea down, but she's got to figure out what's causing the patterns. Fear and negative thoughts. Kegare.
They get priority.
Kegare. That's going to be the concept behind eternal punishment.
It's like solving Sudoku. There's no math involved. It's just logic.
I still said, really?
Yeah. There's no math involved. It's just logic. Logic of where the numbers go. Math has nothing to do with it.
Interesting. I never would have thought of it. Then again, I suck at Sudoku.
I've always been a Connect 4 man myself.
I do on reason.
A can of crab meat.
Gross. Just try not to think of anything, especially anything scary. Maya, that's not how brains work.
Then someone summons Gozer to destroy her. I've seen this in Ghostbusters. Oh.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh.
Oh, Golden Pops? And to hear...
What, the cereal?
Gotta have
just a giant box of Pops.
Oh, shit. That's what traumatized Takechi. He would eat them so much as a kid, he got so fat.
Yeah.
So he got rid of all the weight by swearing off of them.
And now it's back to haunt him with a vengeance.
Right?
Nobody can get a hand on my Pops.
Stop wasting time here. You should be helping out at the restaurant.
The comical thing about this is that everybody knows Ikichi's dad is really kind of full of shit.
Yeah.
But it was enough to scare the fuck out of Ikichi, and that's enough for this. Imagine Troy Baker having to read that line.
What is he saying so bow-legged for?
It's a good question. I can't easily remember his weakness, but
No, Daddy.
No daddy. Yeah, that's pretty much his typing. No daddy.
Well, I would think metal, he would conduct electricity.
Oh, shit. Wait, you know what? I think that is actually what it is. I just didn't know the weakness at the time. But like I said before, and time and again, Innocence In, not a game I commit to memory.
Actually, we used to do this all the time. Let's look up the stats.
Why didn't we do that with the Longinus?
Because we've seen the gimmick. We know what the gimmick is.
With all 13 of them have different... Oh.
For at least we get to hear this boss battle theme again.
Huh?
The boss battle theme.
I love this track. Gonna buff up our magic with Mamaka Kadra and then just blow him the fuck out. And Tsukuyomi continues to pull his weight as an excellent support persona.
Okay, so he's level 59.
Pressure point, instant kill.
Jesus. It's 4,773 HP. Doesn't drop anything.
Well, he's a metal construct. I don't imagine he would.
His skills are Yell. Deals high electric damage to one enemy. May shock. Pressure point, which you just saw. Deal instant strike kill to one enemy. Huata?
Huata.
Yeah, Huata, sorry.
No, it's not Huata. It's Huata!
Deal high havoc damage to one enemy. And Huata. Deal high fist damage to one enemy.
Yep. So basically, he's all physical. Maybe an electrical attack to shock you, but ain't shit otherwise.
No weaknesses.
Naturally. So just,
As we know with metal dummies.
of course, you would think metal or electricity, but, you
Yeah.
know, fuck you, right? On the other hand, this gives you a good chance to warm up Ishaman and start trying to rank them up. Also, I got Samarakarn for Sarasvati over there, which is a full revive with HP. Beautiful. And she reached rank 7. Yay me. Physical attacks, I think, are usually right out the door, to my knowledge. Here's where since I managed to create the Mamaka Kaja spell. Let me start over. Since I got my
Line. There's no
Mamaka
Booper Reels
Kaja,
in live commentary.
right?
It's like Sid Vicious, like fucking and we're live, pal.
Sid Vicious. He sold the Psycho Sid gimmick well until he opened his mouth. With the Mamaka Kaja up, you can just go ahead and blast them with a spell of your choice. It don't really matter. Although I stupidly decided to put Maya on the Persona weak to physical attacks against a physical-oriented boss. Then again, it's a 1-5 shot of him actually hitting me with it, so...
So this fight is just a matter of using your strongest attacks.
They're all a matter of using your strongest attacks.
Well, no, because in other battles, if they have weakness, it's you using strategy to...
And he couldn't hit
expose
Tatsuya
them.
for shit. I love that fucking Persona.
This one is not so matter what you're afraid of, it's just that I'm going to hit you really fucking hard.
Right. And even as that, like I said, because they lopped the balls off of this game's difficulty curve, there's nothing to fear here either.
And it should be stressed, if we haven't said it again, we haven't said it in a while, you are playing the hard mode of this
Yeah.
game. Now, why hard mode, honestly, if you ask
For
me?
some kind of fucking damage. Like, damage, I mean damage against me. Like, I'm all for, like I said, I mean, like, I can play an easy game. I have nothing against the game being easy or not, but in a JRPG, especially a Megami Tensei game where, you know, the real fun of the battle, even if they're long as shit, even if they're long, as long as the damage is high enough that I'm constantly sweating or thinking about the next play at hand, I can deal with that. If the damage is low enough from the enemies, if the damage from the enemies is too low to me, I'm not feeling ultimately threatened.
Do you remember your first playthrough of this game?
Innocent Sin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing then I did now.
Because I'm assuming your first playthrough was a normal mode playthrough.
Yeah.
And by end game, you're like, wow, these guys aren't really doing
Actually,
that
my
much
first
to me.
playthrough,
Yeah.
I was on normal mode. They weren't doing anything to me, so I jumped up to hard.
Oh.
Like I said, but to be honest though, for me, with this game anyway, Innocent Sin's one to experience for the story.
Yeah.
So I don't hold it too much against it. In fact, I found the story kind of endearing in its own right on the second playthrough, but like I said, it's just the low damage in this that prevents me from going back to it multiple times. Because I don't feel threatened, and I hate to sound like a masochist, but when I play Megami Tensei, there kind of needs to be that looming threat of death over me. Even Persona 4 hits harder than this. Damn! Give it a boot.
So you enjoy the game where it's not where the challenge is not just figuring out the winning strategy, but just surviving the encounter.
Tactics in general is not so much how fast you can maim the other, is not so much how you maim an enemy, but what you do when the enemy's maiming you. When you basically have to have a retreat plan, attack, defense, retreat, all that stuff. Those are we're going to basic tactics. And for me, a good JRPG can balance the damage output with the damage input, so that even if the battle goes on like this, if the battle itself has enough of a threat to me where it's like constant back and forth, I don't mind the padding or how long it takes me to down the guy. It's when the damage is insufficient to me that I don't feel the threat of death over me, that I ultimately feel like that's when you start getting taken out of the battle and you start noticing things. Going back to the Longinus. If they had hit harder, Longinus would have been more of the Longinus attacks would have been more of a threat, and I would have been more frantic to come up with a better I would have been more hard pressed to come up with a better solution against the battle. But as a result, because they didn't hit as hard as they should have, as far as I cared, I could just sit around and just like tank the damage or just, you know, make do with one caster. That should have rusted him.
Yeah. Gets stiffer and stiffer with each water spell.
Right?
Rusts
Corrodes.
Over. Yeah, he corrodes.
Meanwhile, I just snuck off 2 free Hiranyas on my other guys so that the Never mind, I just snuck off 2 free Hiranyas to keep off some SP. No. So now I'm at the point where it's like the 2-tier spells for me don't feel like they're doing much of a super difference. So I'm just going to go around and just whacking them with 1 spell for each character at a time, I believe.
Because the cumulative damage might be more than just the individual damage.
Right. I don't know why I'd think to try lightning here. And I'm constantly jumping around again because Sarasvati is a lot of things. She's not offensive. And neither is Tsukuyomi, so ultimately I just said, you know what, fuck it. Let me actually try a physical attack.
Judo chop!
That's pretty much what that was. Karate chop action on my fucking head. And especially that, considering he's metal, that had to hurt. Thunder Baptism. Good ass lightning spell. And Odin reached rank 5. Nice. I think the metal character should have been immune to wind.
Well, that didn't do much.
Well, yeah, it's like I threw a bunch of needles against the metal statue.
Well, I think that was more of a spell that banks on its secondary effect.
Oh, they are.
But
the needle, that's not going to happen here.
Yeah,
so,
because the guy's immune to it.
Well, it's not that he's
Well, he's not immune. He's just not affected by it.
Right.
He's just, well, I mean, that would mean he's immune to it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ikichi!
Yell is lightning.
Yells, damn it, Ikichi, hits Ginkgo. Like, what?
Shocks her, too.
Yeah.
Although I imagine she's more in shock because I can't believe you just yelled at me like that. I'm taking the time here to repair everybody's SP the best I can. Once I saw that 100 damage fly off of Ikichi's gun, though, it just got me thinking maybe I should just have Ikichi shoot the motherfucker. In the meanwhile, June's gonna keep healing up his SP, and Lisa's gonna start throwing dream needles around. Wow, did I just like run out of patience at some point here? You saw that, right?
Well,
The metal seeped into the floor. That's intentional.
T1000.
Yep. Would Terminator 2 have been a reference in this game? Of course.
Well, the idea of a metallic slime thing goes back to Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah.
So.
Doink. Not much else to hear. He's almost dead. You can tell by the reticle growing right around him.
Oh, is that indicative to HP?
It is, yeah, here. Well, in all boss battles, actually. Whenever you see the reticle around them, if they're green, they're in good health. If they're red, they're low.
And I'm feeling mighty green.
I'm keeping it in the green. Too bad for him. He's in red shit. It just spit at me.
I'm not Ikichi.
I'm not Ikichi. God almighty. Wonder if that's what happened with the kids having nightmares about their parents.
Isn't that your persona in a nutshell?
No.
Well, no. Personas are your shadows.
Your other self.
Yourself, yeah.
Although I wish my other self was a king in another world.
Fuck, man. My other stuff sounds metal as shit.
Don't. Ikichi's does.
Who's my shadow persona? Hades of the underworld. And what's my real self? Matt from Comcast.
So he's the ruler of the underworld. My ass is trying not to go to the underworld.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh.
Right on my healer, too.
Give him the Three Stooges poke in the eyes. Just gotta put your
And he just
gotta put your hand between the eyes.
Am I just lost the?
Yeah.
Am I just missed out on some good experience? You get this if Ikichi lives through the battle.
Did it! I beat my pops!
Yeah, go saying that everywhere else, dude.
I love that little head shake gesture from Lisa
Did it.
too.
I beat my father.
Go tell him that to his face. Yo, Dad, I beat you. Oh shit!
Damn it, Ikichi!
Up my luck, and I think I update the vitality. Nope. Actually, I didn't do that. I just ended up hitting the wrong button.
Oops.
I hit the oops button. Maya, I beat my father! Ow!
You missed.
Let the man have his moment, Lisa. I do like Ikichi's lightheartedness in the whole story, in the whole scheme of things too. It's like June, Maya, and Lisa have severe issues with their parents. Ikichi's just, I'm afraid of my fucking dad.
Can we keep this music, please?
Please? It's a great track. Well, now we know that we gotta watch what we think about in here. What in the world is this Zabalba? I thought it was Mayan. Shut up, boy.
I thought it was aliens.
He got stuck in the gutter and cried his eyes out. Great, an IT reference. Michel Mark II. Which is basically Michel Mark I.
Sublimely magnificent.
Michel Mark II. What happened to Mark I and Mark III? Ow! Yeah. I think I pop out for a save and then realize I got fucking thrown around the wrong way again.
There's still something else to do here, though. This part's not over yet.
Nope. You think we were done with the daddy issues? Woohoo!
No. But let's reverse it a bit.
Reverse. Where are we going?
Ow! Well, it's the rest of Zabalba.
Son of a bitch. Down we go. Ninth floor. Final floor, I believe.
The final floor.
Son of a bitch. My foot. Damn it.
Can't we just wish them away?
That would be my thoughts. Star and metal. Some of the best armor in the game. The only other way I know how to get that is pretty much through the sweepstakes, which I have not fucking entered. So rather than give it to Tatsuya off the hand, I decided to give it to the females because they didn't get a chance to get any of the good helmets earlier on when I had the chance. Oh, there goes the battle. Found another hallway. See what's in here as soon as I heal up.
He was chewing on the soul like beef jerky.
That's good, Grandpa. Oh, it's the OK Hall. Time to kick June in the balls again. Not too bad until you have to live through it. Does he say you have spicy mayo with it? Oh dear. And here's another day where the children have to part ways. Oh shit. Nice scarf.
Look at that hipster scarf.
Where did we grow up, June? And here's where we finally met June's dad, apparently. But that can't be. Meanwhile, June is just having the worst day ever. June, are you okay? No!
June's dad should have came with like the White Ranger mask.
Oh, totally. Or the fucking Lord Zed.
Yeah. Hey, where's Goldar?
Oh, no, Goldar's... Well, Goldar is actually
We
more
just beat
common.
up Goldar.
Ikichi's dad was Goldar?
Yeah, well, no, he was gold. That's one of the prerequisites, to my knowledge.
Mama, don't erase me.
Don't erase me.
Uh-oh. And with that, we've just created Metal Mommy. Stop cocking your gun!
Let me get my sword. So wait, why does the struggle with his father in his memory summon the mother?
That flashback there was the mother. Was about more so June's mother because he never met his father.
Yeah.
And June had an ideology at the time of his mother despising him so much that if she wasn't born, she'd be free to pursue her acting career as she should be. Not realizing that in reality she's taking out the faults on him as far as June knows, June believes it himself rather than whatever she thinks of her is why she's here now. Because of the negative emotions thought about his mother by June, that's why we're dealing with Metal Mommy.
What's the reality, though, of it all? Like,
The reality of it all?
What does the mother think of June?
The mother is an asshole.
Okay.
The mother basically is what they would call the Seven Sisters trophy wife, for lack of a better term. She was an actress. Her star's fading. And because of June, and occasionally she tends to badmouth June because she tries to pass off her misfortune on June. By the way, June's out of this battle, by the way.
Yeah.
Because June's right now probably having a fucking conniption in his head like, no, mommy, no, mommy, no, mommy, no, mommy, no. Oh, God almighty, I just turned him into a fucking mess. Unfortunately, that also means I'm out of Mamaka Kaja here, so we might have to try to improvise a bit here.
Any click on strats, or is it pretty much the same as Metal Daddy?
Pretty much the same as Metal Daddy, really. Don't know her moves that offhand.
Let me look at it.
Oh, that's right. This bitch here does not take kindly to magic. So this is a physical battle. I decided to let the other spells go off though first because hindsight's 20/20. I kind of thought like, it would just be straight up she only reflected one magic. No, she reflects it all. So that's kind of where I made my fuck up. So now the strategy changes. Everybody goes on the physical, except for Tatsuya, ironically enough, because Tatsuya is now going to use Tarakacha to up their physical attack stats. And then afterwards, the fight just goes through as normal. Now I can use Dream Needle though for at least the damage, and try to level up Sarah's body. Oh yeah.
Okay. Actually, no. Since this battle is going to be a little long, let's go for the stats first. Let's see here. All right. So she is level 60.
Right.
Drops 32,000 yen. 5,300 HP. She
reflects magic.
Yeah, she reflects magic altogether. All physical attacks, nothing but.
All you can use against her are
all
physical.
physical attacks, yeah. She has Poison Claw, which deals low havoc plus almighty damage to one enemy. May poison. Gridine? Or
Gridine.
Gridine. Okay.
Gridine.
Deal high almighty damage to an enemy group. And Mudun.
Mudon. That's an instant dark kill all enemies.
Okay. And is that a rare attack?
It's not rare. But at the same time, if you're well protected against darkness, by this stage in the game you are, it's almost a non-issue.
Yeah.
She does, however, like to defend. When she defends, your damage, you not only lose your weakness against her, you not only use any advantage against her, but it goes down quite a bit. And here's where I kind of brain fart again, because I realized, like, for some reason, why am I still doing the magic? And that's because, like I said, I brain fart here. It wasn't until the attack gets reflected that I'm like, oh yeah, shit.
Oh, actually, we can do a little refresher course since this battle still goes on for a bit.
Yeah?
Just for those there. So let's see. According to the wiki, Junko was once a popular student in the Seven Sisters High School who later became an actress.
Right.
When June was born, she mostly ignored him and was a distant mother. She and her husband fought and argued constantly. When his home life got worse and worse, June began to hate both his mother and father. Junko began to miss her life as a celebrity. Junko became tired of her husband and got suspicious of her relationship with Maya Okamura.
The Miss Ideal.
Yeah, hiring Daisuke Todoroki to follow them, to no avail. She eventually began spreading rumors about him, partly aiding in his death at Seven Sisters High School Clock Tower, which we saw ourselves.
Yep.
Junko was later revealed to be Queen Aquarius of the Masked Circle, having joined after she made a wish to Joker for eternal youth, which we did see earlier. She eventually learned that her own son, June, was in fact Joker himself. Moments after this revelation and the realization of how horribly she had mistreated him, she shoved him out of the way of a launching a spear aimed for him, taking the blow herself and dying as a result. Thus, she has never fought directly.
Yeah, you don't fight her directly. This is the closest you're going to get.
She is later summoned to be tortured in front of her son along with her husband just before the final battle.
And you should have spoiled it yourself.
Well, that's what's happening right here. I also edited the parts.
Oh, yeah.
So I see the end of the game. Is where Goku finally comes in, right? And,
right.
Instant transmissions her out of the way before she blows up.
God almighty. That'd be some shit, though. That would be some real shit when you think about it like that, because now it's like, you give me like this image of Ikichi spreading a rumor about Goku.
I need Superman.
We all need Superman.
What a noise!
Ah, you fucker. Ah, you fucker.
Oof.
I know, Mike. She hit Lisa, and Lisa was like one of my best physical fighters because of all the strength sourcing she had leveling up. Thankfully, Ikichi's immune to death.
So if you just had immunity to dark, you can avoid that attack altogether?
Yep.
Okay.
If you're immune to dark, you're immune to Mudon. Although it would likely punch somebody in the face on the first go around when they see that. They're like, oh, wait, shit, no, dark. Thankfully, Balm of Lives are relatively cheap. So
just throw this jar at this empty space on the floor and hope to God I hit Ginkgo. I mean, because the body's gone. Like, if a character bites it, that's it. Their body's completely vanished.
Their body gets sent off to the great beyond.
Yeah, another dimension.
Or at least they're ejected from the battle scene.
Yeah. Checkmate.
Ikichi, we're fighting. King me.
Damn it, Ikichi! And it hits June.
Right? And he goes in a fucking coma. So basically, I decided to switch Lisa over to Venus because Venus will also negate darkness. So ultimately, just make sure they have their ultimate persona equipped if you're only using them, and keep it physical.
Because honestly, you have no other choice.
Oh yeah.
So if anything, would you you can buff? Can you? Like physical attacks and all sorts?
I already did. With Torakaja. I think it's only one buff per battle, though. I don't know if they stack in Instant Sync compared to Eternal Punishment, because I haven't seen any much difference after 2 castings compared to 1.
But they can stack an Eternal Punishment.
I believe so, yes. I decided to switch gears a bit here. Because once Bishamon's done his part, there's no other reason for me to like keep Torakaja going, especially since everybody here now has an attack buff up. So now, once I heal up with Tatsuya, he's going to be throwing around some gigantic fists.
I'm also glad I'm not the only one that when it comes to looking for items in the inventory, I scroll all the way down and then go back up.
Resident Evil Code Veronica, the combat knife. Where was Chris's combat knife, Matt? Would it be the knife you passed by 4 times, Matt? No.
Matt says this to himself every night he looks in the mirror.
Exactly.
As the mirror slowly spins into oblivion.
Be the combat knife you want to see in the world. Wait.
She is almost dead, though.
Yeah. One good one right in the thinker. What was that, 400?
I couldn't see. Yeah, but she's
and
melting.
She defended.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
That's
she's
her defense pose.
Okay, I thought she was, like, dying.
I'm melting, June! Melting!
Hey, you know what? As much as I don't like that game for how fucking there it is, Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy, has different sprites for when an enemy is hurt or about to die and dead.
Huh, cool.
You know, it was an interesting thing. Too bad it's like the only thing that's interesting about it besides the music.
That bad, huh?
Mystic Quest isn't bad, but it was designed to be baby's first RPG.
Oh.
But it's like somehow as bland as Dragon Warrior on NES.
How did you fuck that up?
I mean, because again, baby's first RPG. You want to make sure you don't fuck up anything, and for that, it's fine. Like I admire that attempt at breaking in people into the genre. Sure, I think Final Fantasy IV does it better and is way more interesting.
And has Cecil.
Yeah, and has Cecil. Yeah, and Rydia.
Cecil's a fucking jinx.
Yeah. He blows up a volcano by throwing something down the well.
He gets swallowed up by a fucking sea god. Let's be honest.
By the way, he encounters a sea god.
And let's be honest, yo, you had to have really pissed in somebody's Cheerios that morning for that.
Honestly, man, just keep doing the gigantic fist like 10 times, and that's
what I'm trying to do.
That's the battle right there.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm the only one here.
Is it your turn? What do you mean it's my turn? Punch him, fool! Wish I had more physical attacks to work with, but what are you going to do? On the other hand, Tsukiyomi reached rank 5, so he gets Xandine, so now he can contribute to the Tier 3 fusions.
Also, we're just missing the damn glow sticks.
Right?
That's what June's doing in the background. He ain't fucking collapsing. He's in the back, drumming with the glow sticks.
You know what? I would like that. Just an image of that. June, you pussy, get in here and fight. But that's my mommy. I'm fighting her. I just killed her.
Oh, fuck, she died again.
Right?
Nice, though. Level 60.
Beautiful. That's like the end game level. You don't need to be any level higher.
I would hope so. We're at any game.
June, wake up. The boy is practically your other self. Isn't that right, Mr. Zippo? Burn him. And we just willed him back into existence.
Yeah, come on, don't blue ball me like that, June.
I know, right? Seriously?
Just tell me, please.
Sometimes I appreciate the dramatic flair to keep players invested. On the other hand, sometimes
like
when you think about it from the narrative perspective, it's
Yeah.
good to get the reader in suspense. In universe, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah. I was like, why can't you tell me now? What's going on? What?
What are we worry about? The Nazis?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? Pick on you? Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, boo-hoo. God almighty.
You okay? It's like you're choking on your own words there, really.
Anyway, that's it for 37 here. Tune in next time where we find out that the Nazis are gonna bully June or not. See you then.